Habibi, welcome to Syria.
Woo! Palmyra was a desert oasis town linking Persia, India, and China to Rome. During the Civil War, much of it was destroyed by ISIS. In this video, we explore the ruins, go underground to a secret ISIS hideout,
Bones? Yes.
and then explore two more awesome UNESCO sites, Bosra and the incredible Krak de Chevaliers. You're not going to want to miss this. Up until a couple years ago, this was one of the most unsafe places in all the country. So the first place we've stopped here in Palmyra is the old museum. As you can see, it's not in good shape. Besides some mosaics on the wall, none of the historical pieces are here anymore. Many of them were destroyed by ISIS. A lot of them, however, were hidden by Khalil al-Assad, the elderly curator of this museum. Mr. Assad was a martyr and a hero because he hid a bunch of the statues and a bunch of the artifacts, and he took it to his grave. He would not tell ISIS where they were, even though they said they were going to kill him. He died keeping the secret so that the history of this place would be preserved. First impressions? Based off of what I saw in the museum, I was surprised at how well preserved Palmyra is. But the more I looked, the more I learned. Guys, we've entered the Roman amphitheater here, and though most of it seems intact, there was a huge statue of the god of art that was destroyed by ISIS because they destroyed any statue that depicted a god that wasn't Allah.
سوريا دخيلك ساعدنا يا ربي يا عيني.
So my friends, we're now inside the Agora. What is the Agora, you might ask? Well, it's a public place for influential people. They would come here and they would have a communal dinner and they would talk about politics in this giant space. Wow, you see these columns behind me? They held up a giant roof over this entire place. This place is beautiful, right? The crazier part is that we are two tourists and we have the entire gigantic Palmyra all to ourselves. And it's like that pretty much everywhere you go in Syria. So yeah, come to Syria. It's safe now. Come to Syria and have it all to yourself. Okay, we just took a stroll on Main Street. There's over 200 of these giant columns still standing, even after the war. That's because they're just columns. They have nothing to do with any god or any religious significance. Yes, this is the desert, but that doesn't mean there isn't any water. He's got a gun in the water. What's going on here? That's what we call spearfishing. You guys don't mind if I touch your gun, do you? Woo! I never thought in a million years that I would see that. Thank you. Is that gun usable now? One question. Where's your towel?
Towel?
Yes.
No towel.
He just walks around with his wet gun and his wet pants. He just does whatever he wants, doesn't he? Look at this guy. Yeah. Okay. The world is yours. Okay. Enjoy your time. See you. Main Street leads you right to what I just showed you. This is what it looked like 12 years ago. And you can see the very real devastation of war. Metal sticking out of rocks, crumbled pillars. This was one of the most pristine UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the world. But soon, just like they're rebuilding the rest of Syria, if you come back maybe in 10 years, this will be rebuilt. Did I tell you how much I adore Syrian food? It's my favorite part of any day in Syria. And today, boy, did we have a wonderful lunch. Just take a look. Behind me is an area where there were 5 to 10 tower tombs, 30-meter tall towers of family tombs where multiple people were buried. And because inside of these tombs they depicted gods that were Obviously not Allah, because this predated even Christianity. ISIS in 2014 and 2016 destroyed them all. Pre-2011 here, you had all these tombs to explore. My guide just told me that people would come here for 3 days and still not see everything that there was to offer. So yeah, this is a horrible tragedy. Behind me is an example of the tunnels that ISIS used. They would live underground, they would move about underground. There were literally hundreds of these holes throughout the 2 or 3 years that they were occupying this place. There are also underground tombs. Unfortunately, ISIS used this as a bunker and as a control center. You can see the sandbags behind me. We're gonna go down and hopefully there's some remnants of the tomb left. So that's Aramaic that I'm looking at right there?
Yes, here.
And that's written for the family members of this tomb?
Exactly.
So we've got a family of 18 or 19 people and all of the heads have been chopped off or have been obscured?
Yes. Allah say, help together to do good things and don't hunt together to do bad things.
So this was like the control room for ISIS?
Yes. You can see these colors. Look.
Oh my God!
Look about these colors.
How old is this?
2nd century.
That's an angel?
Yes.
So they got rid of the angel, but they left everything else?
Yes.
So this is an example of an underground tomb.
Here we have, you see, also here, and look, ISIS, they make cover because no faces.
But the roof is still there and it looks...
Roof because no faces.
Okay, so there's the roof.
We are here now.
Wow.
I'm ready to go inside it, and we can see what ISIS do it there and what's happened inside.
This is nuts. We're in a secret ISIS tunnel right now. I'm not sure where we're going. What? Oh, this is so tight. Ugh. Oh my God. What are we looking at?
Here they put everyone they be dead inside this hole, and they close this area. They try to destroy all that.
Oh, so this was the actual tomb?
So my friend, what's that?
Bones?
Yes. ISIS, they try open all that to maybe found some gold or something like that. But anyway, they destroyed all that. And look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 person here.
6 people in this one
6
little
people
area.
inside this hole, and then they close it.
How big was this family? How many people were buried here?
More than 65 or 17. 6 and 6 and 6 and 6.
All of these hold 6 people.
Yes, sometimes 7. So sad about that happen. Look.
You can see more sandbags down here. They were definitely hiding out down here. What am I doing here? And we're back. But there's so much more to see here, so yalla. The Temple of Bel was the center of religious life in Palmyra and was the highlight of any trip until it was destroyed by ISIS in August 2015. What I'm looking at is the gateway to Temple Bel,
Yes.
and that's the only thing that survived.
Yes.
How is that possible when they basically blew up the entire thing?
No one know how that happened.
It stands there like a beacon of hope. Standing here at the base of the entrance of the great Temple Bel, I have many, many mixed emotions. While it's uber sad and uber tragic, there is hope. Several countries are joining in to help rebuild this place. It might take some time, but if this gate standing shows anything, it shows the resolve of the Syrian people. And yes, this place will be rebuilt. One more thing. On my channel, I show the good people of countries the media shows only negatively. And with your support, I will continue to places like Yemen and Algeria. So please subscribe to help me spread positivity. We just got off a 2-hour bus ride south of the capital to a small town called Bosra. This is a very small town, but it has a big history. And what I'm about to show you might just blow your mind. Yalla. So this city was inhabited by the Phoenicians, the Nabateans, the Romans, the list goes on. And it's incredible to think that this place is still well preserved. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but we're the only tourists here. Yeah, I mean, we're walking through 3, 4, 5,000 years of history. This entire old town is made up of volcanic black rock. There's a volcano about 45 kilometers away, and that's where they took it from. Can you imagine having to carry all that volcanic rock in this intense heat? Behind me is the old mosque that was built in the year 639. Today's Friday, which is the most holy day for Muslim prayer. Welcome to the Great Mosque of Bosra. Hello, Salam alaikum. A lot more people than I expected, but then again, it is Friday. Salam alaikum. So you can see all the original walls remain. The roof is gone. They've added, it looks like some metal, fake stained glass windows, but everything else looks original. This place is really old and really special. Right across the mosque is this beautiful hammam. This was obviously a popular place, being right across from the mosque. People would come and take care of themselves before they entered the mosque, make sure that they're clean and purified. Just one point of clarification, this is actually built as a Roman bath, which predated Islam, because at one point this was a Roman city. But then once the Islamic Revolution came, it was used still as a hammam right across from the mosque. So you can see the mosque is there, and then we are right across. This is still the bathhouse. It used to be covered, but you can see each one of these are actual individual shower stalls. Every mosque needs a bazaar leading up to it, and this is no different. Right across from the mosque here, we've got the old stone shops right here. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
No, you're supposed to say alaikum salam. Yeah. Behind me is a church and a monastery from Roman times. So we're now inside the church that was used by both the opposition and the Assad regime. There was a lot of sniper firing and a lot of shelling that was going on here. These are more than bullet holes. This is shelling from snipers?
From snipers and grenades.
It's actually way worse than just some shrapnel holes and some bullet holes on the walls. After this arch here, there was actually a dome which stood for millennia. So this was the main church in Bosra when the Romans converted it to Catholicism. This is where the dome used to be, I guess.
Yeah.
You can actually still make out traces of the paintings in red here. We're talking 2,000 years old here and exposed to the sun, and still very easy to see and spot, and still in pretty good shape even after thousands of years and a war. That's crazy. This, my friends, is the Palmyra Amphitheater. This is the backstage. That's where the gladiators would hang out before dueling it out. Definitely the VIP promenade right here. This whole thing is made out of the black volcanic rock, just like everything else in this town. I've never seen an amphitheater quite like this. This is indescribably awesome. This is a huge amphitheater in perfect shape. Look at the Roman columns. Look at the structures above the columns. It's all in this black volcanic rock, which I've never seen before. What's going on up here? What I'm told is that it's basically a facade that was built to keep the sound of the voice within the amphitheater, to amplify the sound and to keep the echoes from going around. But it also served as a double purpose in that some of the performers would hang out in these little porticos here. What a hidden gem in the world that nobody talks about. And thank God this was not destroyed during the war. All right, so here we are at the bottom with the colonnades and the most spectacular view. And all I can think about is the fact that if we were in the Colosseum in Rome or in Ephesus in Turkey, I'd be sharing the stage literally with hundreds of people. Come on in, share the stage with me. What are we gonna sing? This is unrehearsed, and I know you'll be able to follow along. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. I knew you guys would know it. Only 11 billion people have watched that video. Even walking around here on stage at the amphitheater, you can see remnants of the war, of the conflict. Thankfully, that's pretty much all of the damage in this part of Bosra, because it would have been such a shame to lose this place. Bosra was incredible, as were the mosaics in the museum. But this next place might just be the coolest in Syria. Krak de Chevaliers is one of the most important preserved medieval castles in the world. The walled fortress was first inhabited in the 11th century. At its heyday, it housed 2,000 crusaders. Now entering the sauna. Whoa. This is where they took showers or baths?
Yes, shower.
And the plants?
Yes.
I like what they did with the plants. It's a very nice touch.
Thank you.
We're not the only ones here. So many flies. You eat them in Australia, don't you? Yes. After touring the inside of the castle, we then ventured outside to walk the walls. Such a crazy cool experience. Now we're on a spiral staircase going even higher. My friends, it gets no higher than this. We're all the way up. Super gorgeous, green, lush valley. That was a beautiful crack.
Yeah, bye-bye.
On the way to Aleppo, we took a detour to the Roman city of Apamea. Founded during the time of Alexander the Great, despite wars and earthquakes, much of the ancient city remains in shockingly good shape. Like the epic Grand Colonnade, which ran for nearly 2 kilometers, making it one of the longest in the Roman world. This is literally in the middle of nowhere and super, super well preserved, considering that it's on the road between Hama and Aleppo, which was the most dangerous road in all of Syria during the Civil War. One of the great things about coming to places that nobody goes to is that nobody goes to them. And even with a group, we've got like 15 people here at one of the most incredible historical sites in Syria. So we were just about to leave this amazing site. You could see the columns in the background, and these kids, they're picking these flower buds, or they're coming from the plants here, and they're medicine. They're picking 1 kilo, which is this entire thing, costs about $1, and it's gonna take them a few hours to pick that. Everything okay?
Okay.
Okay. Alhamdulillah? Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Should I eat it? Yes? Okay?
Yes.
Yeah! Is it supposed to make me do that? Yalla mashallah. Yalla mashallah.
Yalla mashallah.
Yalla mashallah. I just learned that this is actually a sedative to put you asleep when you have an operation. So, oh, it's a good thing we're on the bus now. Time to go to sleep. Our final ancient city was Amrit, the 5,000-year-old Phoenician masterpiece located near the northern coastal town of Tartus. Imagine this place full of spring water and a roof on top of these columns. People would come here to pray at the temple, but to also bathe in the spring water that promised to keep them eternally young.
This stadium was built before the Colosseum in Rome or in Greece. People here think that here the Olympic Games started and then it's moved to Greece and Rome.
And you can see that this place is completely overgrown with weeds and very sharp, prickly objects. This is the tunnel where the gladiators would come out and enter into the Grand Olympic Stadium behind me. We've got a volunteer for us. Let's see how he fares. Our last stop in Amrit was the necropolis. Here we found massive 7,000-year-old burial tombs.
Right there you can see a lion.
A lion?
Yes.
Oh yeah! This place was only just discovered in 1970 in the Olympic Stadium in 2010. So you can imagine how much of this ancient city is yet to be discovered. 2, 3. Welcome to Syria! Woo!